Hey, this is Rain of Love, and thank you for joining me for my story time. Please like and subscribe. It's like you're paying it forward, and I will definitely come to your channel and pay it forward too. So let's get started. So, this story, I just decided to start telling stories because I have so many things that happened to me. So, this is the story about when I was kidnapped by a girl. Oh my God. So, I'm super friendly. So, when I see people, it's just about love and energy and what I can do to uplift your soul. So, I met this girl on Facebook and we were really connecting. We were sharing metaphysical knowledge, and I eat that for dinner. I love spiritual knowledge. I love being outside of the matrix. So we were talking. We had so many things in common. And so I decided to meet her up at her job. She was a fireman. So I went up there to visit her one day, ate dinner up there. It was really nice. And at the time, I was engaged and living with a fireman. So you would think he would have told me a little bit about her before I started really getting into the energy that she was bringing. So the day came where she said, let's hang out. I said, okay. So I went downtown to our casinos. I'm in Detroit right now, and we have casinos here. So I met her at the casino, and I parked my car inside of the parking structure. And then she said, let's go play pool. Now, when I got there, I thought she was going to be alone, but she was with her husband, which was cool. So we played pool and I was all excited and stuff like that. Now, I'm like a grown little girl. I really am. I really haven't indulged in drugs and drinking a lot. And at that time, I had not really ever smoked marijuana. So she was like, let's go to the park. I got some weed. And I'm like, I really don't smoke. But, when you're an adult and you're trying to live a clean, wholesome life, you constantly feel like a kid because people are trying to peer pressure you. They're trying to act like something is wrong with you because you don't want to fall in the vibrations of sex automatically for no reason with no spiritual connection, or just using drugs. They want you to be on their same vibration, whether it's good or bad. So I wanted to be connected to this girl. She seemed cool. She was Afrocentric. She had the dreads. She seemed really strong. And she just seemed like she just really had her head on straight. So I'm at the park, like almost being a groupie to this girl. Like I'm just really enjoying her energy and her husband. So we smoking blunts now. I really don't, like I said, especially at that time, I had never smoked. And so it hit me so hard to where even now I still think that something was on that marijuana because of the way I was acting, and I normally don't act that way. So we smoking, and I just remember them saying we bang, like we bang, and they was getting all geeked in it, and whatever they put on the marijuana, because we had hit it like we smoked like 3 blunts. I it had took effect, and so I was just looking at them like we bang, what? Yeah, what? Like I just couldn't. My mind couldn't calculate what was going on. So everything she said to me was like, okay, yeah, all right, that sounds good. She said, well, somebody I want you to talk to. I do remember that because, again, marijuana doesn't work that way where you totally just lose total consciousness. So, again, there was something going on. So, she like, you need to talk to this guy. And I'm like, okay, he got a lot of knowledge you need to know. So I was getting excited again, but again, I'm high. I'm not really um there. So I get in the car with her. And as we're driving, she's talking, telling me about this guy, and then after a while it gets quiet because we're driving far. Now I think we're driving like an hour. now I'm starting to, like, the drugs are wearing off somewhat, but not totally. But they were wearing off to where I'm like, where are we going? And I'm starting to get a little scared, but at the same time, I'm like, well, this girl's a fireman, is this a girl? And I'm gonna go with it. Even though this is not feeling right, if I was with a guy, I would have like said, like, dude, take me home. Why are we driving an hour away? I was only supposed to play pool with you. Go back home. I got stuff to do. You know, I'm a busy lady, you know? So we get to this apartment. But the thing about the apartment was it was woods all around. I didn't know where I was at because it was dark by this time. We were driving, it was light. But by the time we got there, it was dark. I did not know where we were. And because I'm not 21 or 15, my ego kind of kicked in, and I didn't want to call anyone. I don't know. I was already scared when I walked in the door, but I felt something, but I didn't like listen. I should have just turned around and not even went in the apartment. I should have just went outside. But again, she gave me some drugs. And so the drugs made me feel like I didn't have an out, which was really weird. Like, I'm a really strong-willed woman. I've hit a number of guys in Detroit for disrespecting me, like, really quick. Like, what you doing? That's how Detroit women are. No matter how beautiful and little, I'm 110, 5'3", okay? And you better watch out for me because I'm from Detroit. And that's just real. So, but she was from Detroit too. So we on the even playing field. I was kind of scared. So I go in this apartment, and it was the worst thing you could ever think of. It was a table. It was a bunch of like pictures of statues of idols. And then she actually had idols around. Like it was a weird spiritual temple. And then when I looked down the hallway, it was just a mattress on the floor in the bedroom. Oh, so I took a deep breath and I said, I'm not going to overthink this. You know, I'm always looking for new spiritual experiences again. So I said, Raina, you're not going to overthink this. You know, you don't go outside that much. My fiance used to keep me locked in the house. And that's a whole nother story time about how I was a sex slave. So I'm outside, I'm geek, you know, and so I'm down, I'm sitting down. She turns the lights out, you know, and she say, let's do some rituals, let's pray. And so I kind of felt a little better when she did that, but at the same time, the drugs was still having me. So she was sitting like right next to me. Her husband was sitting in front of me. And so she lit the candles. She started saying some weird stuff. And I'm sitting there like, okay. Like, I was kind of into it a little bit because it was different, you know. And I was feeling some energy around me. So, after we get to a certain point in her ritual, she says, it's time now for us to commune with my husband. And she sits closer to me. Like, she's sitting, like, basically back here behind me. And I get nervous, so I kind of quiet. And she kisses me on my shoulder. And I look back at her, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, so now I'm scared because this girl, like, got muscles like Diesel. Like, she's not a little woman. And her husband was, like, Afrocentric, too, with these dreadlocks. And I'm Filipino and black. And I'm just going to say one thing. Pure black people energy is really strong and powerful. And even as a child, I was a little intimidated by the very, very dark-skinned, pure black people. It's just some spirits about them, you know. And I feel like I'm special because I'm Filipino and black, so I got that ancient powers from both, you know. But fear just went through me, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So I'm sitting there quiet because I grew up in like an abusive household, and I saw that crazy people respond to fear and screaming and stuff like that. That's what they feed off of, you know? So I'm sitting there quiet, and then she's like, okay, are we going to go in the room? And I say, no. I say, no. You should have talked to me first. You should have told me what you wanted. I'm not into this. No, I don't do this. One man. That's the only person I sleep with is one man, no matter what it is. And she was like, no. This ritual is supposed to go this way. This is what we supposed to do. And you're not going anywhere. And this is what you wanted. And so I'm sitting there talking to this lady, and now I'm getting scared. I told her I want to leave. And she's telling me that this is what I want. That's what's so scary. Like, everything I said to her, she didn't listen to me. She said, this is what I want. I'm in the middle of the forest in some weird apartment that may be a little, you know, what is that? Kidnapper paradise. Maybe all the people in this building paying for that. I don't know. Because it was just a really weird building to be surrounded by the woods like that so far away. So again, I feel like the drugs was still impacting my thinking process. So I didn't even think to run to the door and open it. I felt like I was captive, you know. Drugs is very dangerous. And so sometimes you think that people are being submissive. And if they keep them drugged up, it may look like they're not kidnapped. But they are. They may even be happy about it. But they are being kidnapped because these people use drugs. So I'm sitting there, still must be high off of whatever she gave me, feeling like I had no way out, even though I had my cell phone, which was crazy again. But my mind was like, I'm not a kid. Like, how did I get in this situation? I'm like embarrassed to call someone, and that was really weird too. So now she just says, like, kind of forget me, because I've been sitting there crying, begging her to let me go. Her and her husband just go in the room, and they go to sleep on the mattress, right? So now I'm sitting in the living room with just the table and all these idols around me, and they looking at me, and they look really scary, these African statues, you know. She has some really crazy ones. So I'm sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. By this time, it's like 2:30 in the morning, 3 or something. And I'm just sitting there scared, and I'm just thinking, like, I see on the internet and stuff, these people that kill people for these spiritual rituals. And, you know, I really practiced on being pure. And she was making me feel like she was seeing me like a sacrifice, like a virgin sacrifice, even though I'm not a virgin. But I live a very clean life, you know. I'm a vegan. I don't kill bugs. I just really love to help people. And, you know, it becomes a thing where it feels like, you know, in this world now, it's hard being good, you know. So I'm sitting there, and she goes to the bathroom, you know. And at this time, I think the drugs must finally be gone out my system, because now my heart is like, forget this. I'm getting out of here. You taking me home because I'm so far away. I'm not calling. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm going to call somebody. You know, and I guess I could have used my navigation again. My mind is not thinking. This was a few years ago. Cell phones was here, you know. So she come out the bathroom, and I just blow up. Let me go. I want to go home. This is not right. What is wrong with you? And she still keep telling me, this is what you want. You're not going nowhere. This where you stand. And now I'm like, she was planning on keeping me in this apartment. Who do that? Like, and she was so strong about it. Like a mom, or like a crazy. Like, and she ran her husband. Even her husband was this big, tall African guy. She ran him, and you could tell he had fear of her too, which made me more scared, because why is he scared of her? So I'm on my knees praying, like, just let me go. Please, just take me home. I'm scared. I just knew in my soul she was going to do something that just wasn't correct, you know? So I got chills because her husband started begging for her to let me go too. He was watching me and he felt sorry, and he begged her to let me go too. So that was I got more scared because this man felt my heart and he wanted to set me free. And so that mean this lady was thinking something really evil. So while we sitting there, both me and her husband begging for her to let me go, she decides to let me go. And when she says it, she say, fuck it. She say, pack our stuff up. Come on, we about to go. By this time, it's like 6 in the morning. It's starting to get light outside. Could see the sun coming up. So I sit there. Once she said she was going to take me back to my car, I was quiet. I was a good girl. I didn't do nothing. I just sat there because I listened to Spirit, and Spirit say, shut up, be good. So I watched them pack their stuff up. They had a bag, like some packs, or I don't know what they were going to do with that. Like, we just met for pool. Why do y'all got backpacks? What was y'all going to do? I don't know. So my angels always protect me because I've been kidnapped twice. That was the second time. I didn't tell you about the first time. That's another story time. So we go get in the car. I'm still quiet. I'm quiet all the way with the hour drive home. They're talking about miscellaneous stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I just was feeling like my angels was hugging me in the back seat. Like, I feel my angels all the time, so they protect me. And when I got out the car, like, soon as we pulled up in front of MGM Casino, I just went ham. You don't do this to nobody. And I'm cussing her out. And I said, she was like, this is the last time I'm going to do something like this. She was talking about that. I don't even know what she was going to do. I said, what was you going to do to me? And she wouldn't say nothing. She was just looking at me crazy. And her husband wouldn't look at me. Once we got in the car, her husband wouldn't even look at me or even acknowledge me. I think he felt really bad. And when my fiance get home from work, because, you know, firemen work 24 hours. He was a fireman too. I tell him what happened. I'm crying. I'm screaming. And this is when you realize that even when you with someone, sometimes they don't love you. You think they love you, but I was just a baby doll to him. I was really not what I thought with him either. So that's a whole nother story. So he told me, oh my God, that girl be into all kind of stuff. You know, I don't know what she be into. And I was like, well, why you didn't tell me this? I told you I met her. I told you I went up to the fire station, had dinner with her. I told you things. So you should have warned me not to hang with this unstable woman. So I'm just saying that the moral of that story to me is always stay in spirit. Always stay, in your conviction, no matter what happens, you know. Even though they drugged me, I still stayed in my honor state. I did not, like, go have sex with them out of fear of her doing something to me. I didn't stop fighting, you know. So if you somebody watching this and you're in bondage, I'm going to share more stories about my weird life of people being weirdly attracted to me and trying to keep me. It's very a weird thing. So I just want to tell people, when you get in that situation of fear, don't let it eat you. You know, my angels, they protect me by, when I'm in dangerous situations, they'll calm my heart, you know. So even though I was scared the angels kept taking away the fear to where my captor didn't really feel my fear. They started feeling my love, and I think that that's why her husband, who wasn't as broken as her, was able to shake off the demons for a minute, because I do believe that negative energies go inside of people and take them over. I don't believe that no one is evil. They're only being taken advantage of by things unseen, you know? So for him to be able to fight off his demons to help my angels help me, you just always remember that. Keep your soul pure no matter what's in front of you. Always see goodness. If it's a demon in front of you, make sure that you see that heart space so that you can radiate them love while they radiating you evil, because it's like a superpower and it breaks people. Every story that I've had where I've gotten these dangerous situations by being friendly, and I'm not going to stop talking to people and sharing with people and connecting with new people, because I've got more blessings than I have negativity. And like I say, God has always protected me to where even that story wasn't that bad, because I wasn't physically touched. And I just know that it's because my angels, you know, they talk to me. So just when you hear that knowing, that gut feeling, always pay attention to it, because it's going to save you. You know, I'm one of those people where my body just get hot. It's like a heat. And when I get that heat coming, I know it's danger coming. And so the people that's been around me for a long time, I tell them, let's go. Let's go. You know I'm connected to source. Let's go, babies. It's not right. So I got 1,001 stories of me leaving too before negative things happen. So I'm just feeling blessed. And so I want you guys to stay in spirit, stay in affirmations. Know that what you visualize comes to you. And know that even when you're in negativity, visualize your ending. Visualize your out. And know that your spirits are all around you. I hope that this story was enlightening for you to help you be more strong in your journey of sharing and caring. And I hope that this didn't discourage you from meeting strangers. That wasn't my purpose. My purpose was really to express that when you keep your heart in a certain energy, I don't think that the demons can get to you. So just keep your heart pure and know that you are awesome. Know that you were born perfect. You were just brought to this earth to learn lessons. So don't never look at things as mistakes. Look at them as learning experiences. And next time, what you gonna get? An A? Yeah. Because I only deal with scholars, baby. So let's be scholars in spirit. And I love you. And I want you to love yourself. Thank you. Have a great day. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because I really want to stay here and be here for you. And I plan on posting more videos about beautiful, loving experiences, whether they're negative or positive. I think that I've always tried to see the love energy in it. And in that story, her husband was the one that battled the demons to save me. So if he's watching this story, I want to say thank you. And also, I got one more thing to say, because I did do my out intro. But he ended up leaving her. I don't know if it was because of me, but I heard 6 months later he left her. So I think that love can heal all. So I hope that love heals you, because it's working on me every day. I love you. Have a great day, my babies.